Welcome back, guys. It's Floyd the Gamer. Here we go again on some more fishing the North Atlantic. Man, I signed on today, man, and I did my last fishing video, got 64 views, and I've got 4 new subscribers. Man, I'm pumped up. You guys made me kind of gaff off work today a little bit to edit this video and get it out for you guys. So, man, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate the comments that I've been getting. I appreciate everything, guys. It's really kind of motivated me to do more on this. So here we go, guys. We're starting off the episode today. We're finally going to buy a new boat. It's not the one that I wanted, like you see here, but we're getting us a new boat, man, and we're gonna go. The old one, man, it was just so hard to make a lot of money because it was all like you're the only crew member, so you got to do everything. And so yeah, on this boat you can hire up to 4 crew members, and you can automate some of the stuff, and just makes it a whole lot easier money making. And you can also fish different ways, like as you see here, we're longline fishing on this boat, and yeah. So I should go through, show you how to do all that stuff. Yeah, and we're just gonna rock it, man. But yeah, the long lining, like as you remember with the crab boat, or I mean with the lobster boat, excuse me. Like I could set out all 12 pots, and like I may not fill up the boat. You know what I mean? Well, this one, like you can set out one 5,000 hook long line and fill up the entire boat and just run back in. And once you figure out how to kind of do that and what bait certain fish like to fill up the boat on one line, man, you can just start rocking it and make some money to really upscale the operation here. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're gonna buy. I think I'm gonna end up buying 3 5,000 hook lines here, and my reasoning for that is like, if you get on a good batch of fish, you set one out and or set one out, and then like right before you pick that one up, you set another one out, and then you pick your first one up, haul that catch in. By the time you're done doing that and you get back to the second one, it's ready to go. You drop your third long line in. You've got your first one, or yeah, you see how I'm saying? Just kind of rotate it like that. And yes, that's why I buy 3. And I'm going through a lot of the stuff here. You can look as you see the little menus that I'm selecting. You can look and see what the price per pound for each of the fish is, and there's a whole lot of information you can get from these screens. So this video is kind of like whatever it is, 50 minutes long or whatever. I didn't even edit anything out of this because I feel like getting a new boat, I'm gonna have to explain, or I mean, I don't have to, but I'm gonna explain to you guys all the stuff that I'm doing and how to do some new stuff, because you start integrating different things, because now we can fish for different types of catch. So yeah, you'll see here I go through, I'm looking at some crew members. Suggestions on crew. I recommend just hiring the cheapest ones that you can get all the way. Every crew member you buy, just buy the cheap, just get the cheapest ones you can get. Because you can go through and you can train your crew members and upgrade them in certain areas and get them better. So you might as well just go for the least expensive of those options and upgrade them as you play along. We're going to get a few necessary upgrades here. The autopilot is 100% necessary, because it allows you to, like if you want to take a crew member position, it allows you to do that with the boat still rolling. We're also going to do the buoy upgrade. Helps a whole lot because we're going to be fishing at night, as you see, and they're a lot easier to see at night. We're not going to worry about the gutting table on this one, although we should have, as you'll see later. But yeah, so this one you can actually get a gutting machine. Yeah, and you can put crew members on all this stuff. When you get a gutting machine, you can put 2 crew members on the gutting, and I mean you'll have your whole entire, if your boat's full, it'll be gutted by the time you get back to dock, even if you fast travel. So yeah, this boat also has the option for thrusters, which I haven't really found a whole lot of use for. I guess like when you're out in the water, maybe in like the current, because that it is real in this game, the currents. I guess if you're experiencing current, you know what I mean, you can kind of use the bow thruster to help you combat that a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna look here. This tells you all the fishing, the types of fish, and it gives you how when they can be caught, the characteristics of them, all that kind of stuff. You can also go to the fish bait section. You'll see here in a second. But yeah, it tells you your typical sizes, um, just anything you, any gameplay information you really need to know about it is there. And you go to fish bait, and it tells you um, different fish types, and like you can go and find out what is the best type of bait um, to rig up to catch what fish you're after. Um, and that helps a lot too. I didn't realize that until this section of the game. I was like, oh crap, I can go and see instead of testing out which bait they like on, that's another reason why I bought three different long lines is I wasn't sure what kind of bait each fish would like. So that way I could, on a test pass, I could go out with three different baits and see which one caught the most. You know what I mean? And then be like, okay, that's what we need to use. And that's because I didn't know you could go into here and find out what they like to eat per individual type. So yeah, that's a big help. This whole section over here, the wiki section, that's a very important section. Um, so yeah, don't sleep on that. Yeah, let's see. As you see here, there's five different baits to select from, and which I mean, this kind of gives you a clue, but there's definitely a better way to find that out. I don't know if we'll do that in this episode or not, but it's in that little menu area that we were talking about. We'll bait it up. I have no idea what I was doing there. No clue. Forgot to go to the bar. That's right. Yep. We'll find out where those guys are. We'll take a look at the map. And as you can see, they're all the way up there. As far away from where we are now as you can get. So here we go. Whew, I've got to turn this air conditioner on. Usually try to turn it off when I'm doing the voiceover stuff, man, but good lord, man, it's so freaking hot where I live. Oh man. Yeah, this time of year is really, really rough. Oh, the heat out here. My poor computer. Because I have to turn the fan off and everything when I'm doing all this. My poor computer. I don't know if you can hear the fans on it, but they're freaking rolling too, man, trying to keep this thing cool. And I'm just editing. I ain't even doing nothing but editing, so. It's just hot, man. That's all it is to it. My little kitten wanted to go outside. So out he goes. Still haven't thought of a name for him. So if any of you guys watching have any good cat names, I'm down for them, man. Give me some suggestions. This one doesn't really care about like human food and treats and stuff, which is odd. I've never had a cat that didn't go ham for some chicken or ham. But yeah, this dude really don't care about it. So like a lot of times I'll name my cats after like their favorite food. Like my last cat before he went off and died, um, his name or his mom's name was Biscuit because one time I had made some homemade biscuits, like from scratch biscuits, and she was a kitten when she was begging for it when she was a kitten. She was like, "Oh my god, I want one of those." And I was like, "Dude, there ain't no way a cat's gonna eat this biscuit." You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about the butter on it, bro. She ate an entire biscuit, the whole thing, not like a couple of pieces of bites of mine. No, like I put down an entire biscuit and like kind of crumbled it up a little bit. She ate the whole thing at like 3 months old. And I was like, oh yeah, that's your freaking name. But yeah, this one doesn't really care about human food or treats or anything like that, so I can't name him anything like that. Um, so yeah, if y'all got any good cat names, toss them my way. I have nothing to give you if I select your cat name other than a shout out, which at this point in my YouTube career isn't a whole lot. But I will shout it from the freaking rooftops if you do. Well, maybe not from the rooftops. My roof's pretty high and it's metal, so it's very slippery. So I would shout it from my balcony though. I would do that. It's about 12 feet up, you know. So yeah, here you go. Like you'll see here, like why when I was doing like the crab or the lobsters, like I would set like a really long line and just set them all in a row. Well, in this one, like you only got three things to set out. So if you set them all out at one time, if you can do them in a line, but you got to think like to set the distance for that line. If you're setting out three things, and if you look here, like right above the fish finder, it tells you it's like there's a little ticker going off how many meters out of 500. That's how many meters of that long line is out behind the boat. So it's 500 meters to set that 5,000 hook line out. So we know that we can't set fishing gear within 100 meters of each other, so there has to be 100 meters between the end of the first line and the start of the second line. So if you do the math on that, by the time you get to three lines, that's 1,500 meters of just lines, and then another 200 meters space in between those three lines. So that adds up to 1,700 meters. So you might as well, and I think a nautical mile on this game is like 1,800 meters or something like that, which I don't know if that may be accurate in real life. I'm not really familiar with the nautical mile measurements. But anyway, so yeah, it's around a nautical mile that you would have to set out to do three long lines in a row. Um, as you'll see here, what I end up doing, well, we're fixing to do it, so I'll just hold up for a second. Yep, I'm gonna move this marker because, like, oh yeah, I was almost to the end of it. That's why I did that. Yeah, here we go. Still got 150 meters of this thing left. Still got 50 meters or so. There we go. So yeah, you'll see I set a marker here, and then I run right back parallel to my first long line, and then I just set another one, and then we run parallel again. And remember, these are three different baits, so we've got crab on that first one or whatever it was. So we're setting out three long lines right there at the where they're telling me the school of fish is. We're setting out three long lines next to each other, and also if you listen, you can hear the seagulls. that's also another indication that you are basically right on top of the fish. If it was daylight, you would be able to see them, and yeah, but yeah, you're on the fish if you can hear seagulls, or at least close to them. So yeah, we're gonna just run these three parallel, and like I said, there's three different baits on each. There's a different bait on each one of these lines, so we'll figure out which one of these this fish likes the best, and it is clear cut here in just a moment which one they like. Roll this long line out. And I didn't edit this out because I wanted you guys to see how long this takes, and yeah. So that, I mean, this is all 52 minutes of this. There's no cuts in that at all. It's straight up 52 minutes. And now I'm just doing a voiceover because once again, still having the audio issues plaguing me on my recordings. Man, I was into computers when I was younger, and just for a little reference, I'm almost 50. So when I say when I was a little younger, that's like 35 years ago. So you can imagine what kind of computers I was dealing with 30 to 35 years ago. Most of you watching these are, well, I don't know, most of you watching these may be about that age, but yeah, dude, computers back then were not what they are now. Before I got this computer at Christmas, I bought this for myself at Christmas, but before I got this computer, the last computer I had was, I bought brand new, a Gateway, in like 1998. So that was the last computer I had. I've been a console gamer ever since then. And so yeah, I recently got back into the computer stuff, and so I don't know a whole lot about it, man. This stuff is like Greek compared to, or freaking, I don't know, Japanese or Swahili or something compared to the English computer I was used to in 1998. Hadn't even really messed with computers a whole lot since then. So yeah, I'm still learning how to get stuff set up with the microphones and the recordings and all that. Dude, I remember when I got the PC, because I watch a good bit of gaming on YouTube. That's pretty much all I watch is YouTube content. Whether it be most of it's really actually car stuff. I'm a big hot rod and car guy, drag racing, all that kind of stuff. So that's most of the stuff I watch, but I do watch, the second most thing I watch is gaming on YouTube. So through watching that, which was wild to me, I was one of the old guys, one of the boomer type dudes that was like, why would you sit there and watch somebody play a game and not just play it yourself, And I figured out why you would watch somebody play a game and either decide to play it yourself after that, or not play it and still watch. Yeah, it's useful, and dude, a lot of times I'll put on playlists to somebody like City Planner Plays or something like that. I'll just go to his channel and put it on and go to sleep to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's good for even that. I don't care if you guys do that with this. Whatever you guys are watching it for is what you guys are watching it for. But anyway, that being said, so yeah, I'm still having issues like trying to figure out the audio and the recording and all that. I didn't know what I was gonna say about watching the gamer stuff on YouTube is, like, for a good year I was like, how are these guys recording this, man? And like, did they get a freaking camera set up and all that and like record their screen, not even realizing with the technology we have nowadays? I carry a freaking smartphone around in my pocket, for Christ's sakes. I was like, oh, there's probably a computer program or an app now that you can download on your computer that records screen and audio. And sure enough, there is. So yeah. Oh, dude, also check out the inside of this boat, man. It is way, way more bougie than the old No Yankee. It's pimping. She's big, too. Like 65 foot long or something. Yeah, so forgive me for doing the voiceovers, because usually when I'm playing the games, like all throughout this recording, I was talking, you know what I mean, while I was playing the game, but apparently on the recording software, the microphone, for some reason, was set up to my speakers. I'm not sure what that's about, but every time this thing does an update or anything like that, it just has to change all the settings of everything, obviously. damn thing because it's dark. That was another thing I wanted you guys to see, is how dark it is out here. And if there's no stars in the sky and no moon out in real life, it's that dark out there, dude. It is. And I mean, even with moon and stars out, it's still pretty freaking dark out there. You guys don't realize how dark it gets once you get away from land. Really puts into perspective the light pollution we have in this world. So yeah, here we go with the third one out. And as you'll see on this boat, like used to on the No Yankee, you remember when we get done, we could just sit in the captain's chair and just anchor up right there. Well, this one you actually, you might be able to reach it in the chair. I don't think so. But yeah, you have to actually get up out of the chair and go over to the anchor switch to anchor up. Boop. There goes the buoy. As you can see, they're 496, 497 meters long. We're just going to set us up a little course to get us over here back to the first one, because that'll be the first one ready. And you see we get up out of the chair, there's the anchor switch. Look at the clock on the wall. About 18 hours. Still freaking dark. But the first long line is ready. I have no idea what I'm doing right here. Yeah, here we go. Now, when you're reeling these things in, that's another thing I like about longline fishing is like you only have to reel three things in, and when we pull up here, what you'll see is a message pop up on the screen that says both buoys aren't on the starboard side of the boat or something to that effect. When you're picking these things up, you just got to make sure that your boat is yawed. And what yaw means is like if you're at a bird's eye view in the center point of the boat from the top, and you just rotate the boat left or right around that center pivot point, that is yaw. So you want the yaw of the boat to be parallel with the line of the long line, so that way you'll be able to pick it up. Close, but we're not there. See, it says the second buoy isn't on the starboard side of the boat. So that means you're just going to have to back up a little bit, kick the bow to the left, stern to the right, and just get parallel with the long line, and you'll be able to reel her in. And as you can see, it's me reeling these in. I wanted to show you guys that. Missed that. All you got to do is when these circles line up, you just click the left mouse button. See, I was early there. And boom, got one. That's good. You can get perfect. Like that one. And what this does is, like, if you're doing this by yourself, the more perfect, because you'll see it's got, I think it's 12 hooks on this line that you can catch. If you can perfect all of them, or the more of them that you do get perfectly, the more you'll yield from that catch. So like when you miss one or you get one good or whatever, it doesn't yield as much as if you hook that thing perfectly. Yeah, I think that was 3 in a row perfect there. So yeah, and what you'll see here is exactly what I was talking about earlier. That's 12. Boom, 44,000 pounds of fish caught. As you can see there, we lost 8,000 pounds of fish because I don't have enough storage. That's just one long line filled up the entire boat. So now you'll see me fumble around for a little bit. I didn't want to edit this out because I wanted you guys to see. I was so used to fishing with the lobster boat that I just kind of hadn't got my system down yet. So I kind of fumble around here. I didn't realize that I had filled the boat up on that line. And I think the result of this second one, when I finally end up reeling it in, I think the result is because of the full boat. I don't think it was no fish caught because there was no fish there or they didn't like that bait. You'll catch something usually, but just not a lot if they don't like the bait. Oh, kitten wants back. He's still really young. He's probably 4 months old. So he's still plenty kitten. So he does the in and out game right now. This, which I've gotten him to be better. But when he first started venturing outside about 2 or 3 weeks ago, that's when he showed interest in wanting to go outside. I'm all for cats doing their thing. So yeah, he goes in and out as he pleases. If he goes up to the door and meows, he gets to go outside. If he comes up to the door and meows to want in, he gets to come back in. But I've started like metering him on that, like, because it was bad, man. He would go outside and like 15 seconds later he'd be like, I'm ready to come back in. It's like, no, dude, we ain't gonna do that. It's too damn hot. It's air conditioning. It's too expensive for all that mess. So yeah, what you see me doing here is, just, like I said, just fumbling around. I'm like, why can't I do this? Doesn't make sense. Not realizing that my freaking storage is full. Hey, you bastard. My poor other cat. Which she is, oh God, I don't even know how old she is, honestly, because I rescued her after Hurricane Sally came through. I'd gone to a buddy's house because we had lost power here at mine. And which he doesn't live very far from here, but and when I say very far, it's like a quarter of a mile from here. And his neighborhood had power like the next day. And I was out of power for 6 days. So yeah, there must have been some serious power line damage or something in between mine and his. But so anyway, I'd gone over there to take a shower and charge phones and whatnot. I was actually having trouble with my generator during that one. So yeah, I'd gone over there for that, and I was sitting outside smoking a little doobie and just kind of relaxing. And all of a sudden, I feel this something like rub my leg, and I was like, oh shit. And I looked down and it was a cat. She was soaking wet, dude, soaking wet. She was probably, I guess at the time, 9 months old or so is what I'm guessing. She's a female, so she's naturally really tiny anyway. But she was the sweetest thing in the world, you know what I mean, to be a stray cat, which I think, the situation being what it was, yeah, you're going to be sweet because you're like, holy shit, I just went through a hurricane outside. Yeah, that sucked. So, yeah, I'm sure she was being nice. But anyway, I was like, dude, is this your cat? And he was like, no, man. He's like, when I see her, I do feed her, but, we can't have pets here and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, well, I'm going to take her because I didn't have a cat, or I had my cat at the time, or my big cat, the one that just died. I had him. And I kind of wanted to get him a little roll dog, And so I took her to the house. So Hurricane Sally, I don't know, what was that, 3 or 4 years ago? So she's what, let's say 4 years old. So she's full grown, but dude, this little kitten, I don't know if my mama cat has the patience of a saint or what, but dude, she like doesn't really stick up for herself a whole lot. Like he'll jump on her back and all kind of stuff. And see, there you go. Now I'm starting to figure it out that I'm full. So we're gonna have to run in, which you'll see here. I end up reeling this thing in, and it says low population, no fish caught, low population. So I think that was because the boat was full. I'm not sure. Yeah, no fish were caught. Low population. Like I said, that's highly unlikely. But anyway, so yeah, like he'll jump on her back, like, and just bite her on the back of the neck. And it's not like a mating thing. Like it's like a domination thing. And like she'll meow and like whatever, and like she'll kind of throw him off, but like she won't. Like I'm just waiting on her to like kick his ass one day, like for real, for real. And I'm gonna let it happen. Cause like I'm waiting for her to just be like, bro, I'm sick of your shit. I'm finna bust your head open. And so I'm all for it if she does it. Maybe it'll, you know, maybe he'll chill out after that. Yeah, I kind of referee it a little bit, but I don't want to. I'm all for animals being able to do animal shit. You know what I mean? That's what they are, animals. Yeah, as you can see here, another mistake I made right here is I forgot, because from doing the lobster, you don't have to gut lobster or anything. I forgot to freaking gut them before I sold them. So yeah, it's much more profitable when you gut the fish before you sell them. I think on one of my other plays that I did before I started recording, I think it's like roughly like 30 to 40% less money, uh, something like that. It seems like I remember that type of average, maybe less, but it seems like I remember that much. It was worth gutting the fish. Let me say that. I'll put it that way. Definitely worth gutting the fish. Yeah, I wanted to get a couple of trips done in this video to kind of show you guys the process of me being like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing on this boat yet, because I've been lobster fishing. And here we go back out to grab our last long line. And as you can see here, I'm going to start figuring out my little groove here to have a line marinating out there while we run in to sell, to kind of rotate like that, just boom, 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 nonstop. Excuse me. Doing a little extracurricular activities here while editing and voicing over. What is that? Oh, oh, he brought a leaf in from outside. That's apparently the leaf is some sort of a violent intruder. Did he get you, buddy? Did the bad oak leaf get you? He did, but then you got him back. Oh, oh, oh! Dude, the oak leaf came in with a haymaker uppercut there, dude. Caught him under the chin. He took it well. He took it well. Now he's fighting back. Oh, oh! Well, he is a cat, so he is good at jujitsu. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a tap out. Yeah, dude, he tapped. He freaking tapped, bro. there's, there's literally now just a little stem of the middle of the leaf, the biggest the biggest stem of the leaf. It's like a 2-inch stub of it now, and he's still over there just fucking that thing up. He's a psychopath, man. He is so funny to watch, though. And I think on this one, I think you guys see that I throw a crew member over here on it. Yeah, he's already over there. I think we're gonna zoom in on this. Yeah, we're gonna zoom in, let you see the crew guy doing the reel in here. Got a guy over there waiting to gut, which I thought I couldn't remember from the last playthrough, but I thought like that he would start gutting as soon as that dude started throwing fish in there, but he does not. He waits till the end of the long line before they get started, which I mean it's fine, doesn't matter. They're still doing hand gutting right now, which as you guys see, I mean I still got 2 hours and or basically 3 hours basically of footage to edit down for another video, so we'll at least get another video out of what I've already got recorded on this boat. Don't have another boat after this one yet, so don't read into that too much. I don't even remember what we had played or what I had recorded, because it was like it was like almost a month ago. I was looking at it when I started editing this. I was like, oh man, I've been working way too much. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I get done editing this video, I'm gonna get ready and go to work. You brought in more than one leaf. And this dude's got toys too, man. Like he's got, I went and got these little things that's got like little tails on them. They look like little baby squirrels, and there's little jingle balls and just all kinds of stuff for him to play with. But he goes the craziest over freaking pine straw needles and oak leaves that he gets from outside. Typical cat. You buy them the world and they're like, ooh, that's nice, but look at this leaf. My lord, dude. Did a squirrel pee on it or something? And I remembered here, as you can see, that first little string I set out, I remembered here that like, oh, there wasn't a whole lot of fish on this, which it did soak for a long time, but I still end up just being like, oh yeah, we should just do this. Yeah, and then we're gonna set out our string. And we got the crew going out to set the lines out. See, my homeboy over there gutting's only got 400 pounds of fish left. Or, oh no, excuse me, he's only done 400 pounds of fish. That's right. We're going to do some hand gutting before this episode's out. Forgot about that. I wanted y'all to see that process before we buy the fish gutter 9000. Bloop. Oh, also, like, which I hadn't, you won't see me utilize it yet in this video, but if you look at the crew box up there on the top right of the screen, it's got where I've got all the crew members assigned and whatnot. I don't have to have, see, I've got one guy that's in the repair slot over there, and he just repairs the gear and the hull and all that stuff while you're out and about. You see, I have another guy that's in the prepare gear section. He doesn't need to be there because there's nothing for him to. Oh well, no, he does right now because we're setting out gear. Sorry, but the long line haul slot, I could put that guy either in the resting area, or if you see the cook part, I can put him in the kitchen to cook meals. And what they do is, like, when your workers get tired, you can set them in the resting area and their energy will recoup. But if you give them a meal, it does it like way faster. And in a lot of cases, like uh, their energy meter or whatever that meter is basically all the way back up after they eat a meal. So yeah, keep that in mind. Sometimes it's nice to have somebody just to cook. And that little slot under where the cook thing is, you see how it's got two boxes. That first one is where you put the worker. The second one is a little place that shows you how many meals that you've cooked, and you can only have 4 at a time. So one for each of the crew members. Which their energy goes at different rates too. So you got to think about that. Like, not sure which is more. Would you quit messing with everything over there, dude? Hey, quit messing with power cords. Oh, and plastic bags. Dude loves a Dollar General bag. One of his favorites, though, I must say. I don't know why. Because it was the bag that my 2-liter soda was in. But the Marco's pizza bags. Dude went crazy over that thing. It was his house for a solid day and a half. That's just where he would go get in. I was going to throw it away like that day. I took the soda out, and he immediately hopped in the bag, and I left it there until he quit getting in the bag. So that'll occupy him. And as soon as we hit this buoy here to make the turn, we're going to set out the other long line. Bloop. if you guys could hear those pops, I'm sorry for that. That's my knuckles. Uh, Literally, I just bent my hand to grab. There it went again. I bent my fingers to go around my mouse, and that's what happened. I was a mechanic for like 30 years, so yeah. All of my shit creaks and pops. Everything. Knees, back, elbows, shoulders, fingers. It all pops. Doesn't matter what type of fishing that I've come across in this game yet, it's all very slow paced and very grindy. But being able to have a crew on the boat that does the tedious stuff really, really helps with the gameplay. Because, man, I'm telling you, when, like, the first time I played through a little bit of this game just to get my bearings on it, I got a boat like this and didn't hire a crew. I was like, I'm gonna make all this money myself, you know. And for the fish gutting, it takes a long time. Even though you doing it is much quicker than the crew doing it, unless they're doing machine gutting or using the fish gutter 9000 that we're gonna purchase. Um, yeah, that's the only way you can do it faster than you doing it yourself. So me being able to do it faster than the crew, I was like, I'm gonna make all this money. Bro, it takes forever. It's just like doing lobster at that point. So yeah, that's when I was like, bump this, dude. I'm doing crew members. But yeah, we got those set out. We're gonna run back to the port here. And as you can see, he's done almost 3,000 pounds. We're gonna put everybody in the rest area. And we're gonna hop out here. Got some fish. So yeah, as you can see here, like you gotta, there's two X's and a dotted line. Like you hit start and you put your mouse pointer on the X, click the button, and then drag all the way across that line to the other X. And the better the quality of your gutting, the better the money is for the catch. On the flip side of that, well, not on the flip side, but on the same side of that token, in that light, you can buy a better knife to do this process better. You can also buy a better hook if you want to do the hooking them off of the long line. You can buy a better hook to increase your chances of doing that better. You can buy a better knife, which gives you a better gutting quality and yields better money. One thing I haven't tested though, and I mean, if you guys want me to test it, I suppose I could, but I haven't tested like with a good knife versus a bad one on a single catch. Also haven't tested any of the knives versus the machine gutting slash fish gutter 9000 to see if it makes that big of a difference of money on the catch. If y'all want to see that, I'll do it. I kind of dig the automation, but you guys are the ones watching, so. And one redfish. Ooh, look at that sunset. or rise. I'm not sure which one it is. But yeah, even on like a half of a freaking boat, we're at $38,000. That's half a boat. So if you do that to a full boat, you might, let's just say 70 grand. I don't think, I mean, we made in the 60s on a full boat on the No Yankee. So yeah, like 70 grand, and it's pretty much all automated. All you got to do is drive the boat, set the waypoints, blah, 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 blah. Money hand over fist. As you can see here, we're going to increase the storage a little bit because lost 8,000 pounds of fish on that first long line because one long line filled up the freaking boat. And if I would have had this storage, that extra 8,000 pounds would have been able to stay on the boat instead of throwing it back. And if you do the math on that, according to the last catch there, that's about 15 grand that I threw in the water. You damn sure ain't gonna be messing with my computer cables, buddy. Yeah, damn sure ain't gonna be doing that. Anyway, guys, that's going to about do it for this one. We'll do some more ocean runner fishing, more long lining in the next one. Guys, remember, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I'm digging the comments. I like replying to it. Thanks for the feedback, by the way. We're going to get into that. I just don't have the money for it yet, but we're going to get there. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Looking forward to doing more. Anyway, guys, Floyd the Gamer. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.